I do have other stunning news to share, my friends. And this is, as we go into the weekend, this holiday weekend, this is really concerning. What do you consider a political enemy? Is a political enemy, like if you're our president, Donald John Trump, is a political enemy someone like Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer, someone who opposes you in some way, who holds office, who's trying to subpoena your financial records and all of this stuff? Or is a political enemy anyone who criticizes you in any way? I kind of need to know the definition of this because I'm trying to figure out, I'm fairly critical of the president myself. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I often say things about our president, Donald John Trump, that are perhaps unkind in some moments. I kind of like, with the hat and the hair tied back and the goatee, I kind of look like Gene Simmons circa 1994 when he'd wear a hat a lot of the time. Just go to Google Images and look that up and you'll see what I mean. Gene Simmons, 1994. But how would you define a political enemy of Donald Trump? And here's why I'm concerned. Because according to my favorite website, and hopefully yours, rightwingwatch.org, and I do so love this website. Dave Hayes, who is a self-declared prophet, a Christian author, and online activist, he's also known as the praying medic. He claims now, and we've talked about Dave Hayes many times on the show. He issues these various prophecies. He says now today, this is breaking news. This is a battle to the death. Dave Hayes says Trump will soon execute his political enemies. I got to tell you, as the young people say now, this has got me shook because, am I in danger? I mean, it's one thing like if Trump's going to execute Jerry Nadler or something. I mean, that guy's pretty old anyway, and apparently I shouldn't even joke about that because he did collapse today. Some sort of health issue. But this has me concerned. So let's see. It says here. So he streamed a video on Periscope last night in which he declared that President Trump's political enemies, including Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and other supposed members of the deep state, will soon be swept up in mass arrests, tried, and executed for treason. Hayes is one of the leading proponents of the QAnon conspiracy theory. And, of course, Q, a frequent, or someone claiming to be Q, a frequent caller on this show. And his videos promoting and explaining Q's cryptic postings have racked up hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. Well, I'm going to go ahead for you, my friends, and it's only a couple of minutes long, but let's listen to this video of what the hell's his name again? Dave Hayes explaining this. And I would say if you are like someone like you, the Honorable Heidi Hamer, you're a Democrat, of course, and you hold public office. So this may affect you. I mean, you might be considered, by nature of being a Democrat and holding public office, you might automatically be considered a political enemy of our president, Donald John Trump. You might get swept up in this whole thing and executed. This is quite distressing. I hope it doesn't come to that, Heidi, for your sake and for the sake of us all. But let's listen to what Dave Hayes has to say. And I know some of you will be skeptical of this, which is why I would reiterate again, it's kind of the unofficial policy of the show here. Let's listen to this, not only with open minds, but with open hearts. It's the Christian thing to do. Okay, here we go.
I'm here to tell you, like I've been telling you, these people are going to face prosecution. They're going to face serious jail time, and some of them will face the death penalty. There is no other way forward. And as Brennan Dilley has often pointed out, this is a zero-sum game. Trump declared war against them, and they know that they are facing life in prison or possibly a death sentence. They know that. This is a winner-take-all game. Trump is either going to prosecute them and put every one of them in jail and probably have a lot of them executed, or they are going to come after him and kill his family. That is how this ends. Either Trump wins or they win. And this.
Let me just interject for a moment. If he's right, I hate to have to point this out. I don't want to jump on that whole fake news criticizing the liberal media bandwagon, but I haven't heard anything about this on CNN or MSNBC or even Fox. I mean, this is big stuff. If this is actually happening right now, this is in the process of occurring. My goodness. I mean, this is a game changer right here. I'll tell you what. Trump is, boy, talk about draining the swamp. If he's just going to start executing people, my goodness.
This is a battle to the death.
Wow.
It's a zero-sum game. And if you do not think
he likes that phrase,
that those people are going to be prosecuted, you do not understand what the stakes are. The stakes have never been higher. And in a game like
that reminds me, I'm hungry. I could use some. Is there anyone in the area who could bring me by maybe some Trump steaks? I'd like some good American Trump steaks. I'm starving. I barely had a chance to eat today. Maybe I can get. I don't even know where you get those. Where do you get those? Do they have them at the Basket, as I've heard Joel the Moose Joel the Moose Elber refer to it? I almost said Joel the Moose Uber, which is strange.
Like that, where the stakes are that high, there can be no clemency, there can be no deals, and there can be not much mercy. They're all going to be prosecuted.
Wow.
And I would anticipate it's going to look like it happened, like it did when it happened in Saudi Arabia.
Whoa.
Saudi Arabia, I think, was a good example of what this will look like.
That's a great thing to aspire to, by the way, right? You know, off with the heads. I mean, you know, why not?
November 4th, 2017, they rounded up in one day all the corrupt politicians, the Saudi royal family. They rounded up corrupt businessmen, arrested them all in one day. And we're probably going to see something like that here.
Wow.
There are going to be mass arrests, and these people are going to be held accountable.
By the way, I mean, historically, you know, rounding people up, I mean, what could go wrong?
And Trump told the media today, oh, yes, they're guilty of treason, and yes, they're going to pay the penalty for it. So, there you go.
Wow. Did Trump actually say that? Yes, they're guilty of treason, and yes, they're going to pay the penalty. Apparently, that's Trump speak for, yes, we're about to cut some heads. Well, I don't know, my friends. I just hope it's only people who hold office and not, people who just like to run their mouths like I do. I'm too pretty to have my head cut off. Plus, I think it would be a bit traumatizing, to be quite frank with you. Not you, Frank, in the Facebook live chat. I just mean Frank with the small f. Hello to Derek Relaford, who joins us in the Facebook live chat. So very exciting times that we live in. Speaking of exciting, I continue to be just fascinated by this. This is a quick thing. I am fascinated by George Conway. And if you're not familiar with George Conway, he is, of course, the husband of Kellyanne Conway. She's the, what is her official title again? Counselor to the president, something. I never can remember, what is her official title? Senior advisor? I don't know. Anyway, I mean, she helped him get elected. I'm not trying to minimize her. And she brought us the phrase alternative facts. But, actually, we have a call. Let's grab this call, and then we'll talk about the latest George Conway. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this? Hello? Is it the Phantom?
Hello?
Hello? You're on the air.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Can you hear me?
This Matt?
This is Matt. Who's this?
Oh, hi. Hey, I'm calling from on the road today.
Is this Easy G, Eric Gagnon?
Hey, I'm gonna head up to the studio for a few minutes. I'll be right up.
Oh, all right. Well, that sounds good. All right, Easy G, Eric Gagnon is, I guess that was him. It sounded like him. He's going to come up. Oh, my God. I just realized something. He's never done that where he spontaneously calls and then says he's going to stop in when I'm already on the air. Like if he's going to come on the show, he's usually here before I even go on the air. Something's up. Oh my God. What if Trump sent Easy G here to cut off my head? And what's going to happen to my brand new hat? This is quite terrifying.